Young girls, don't cry. You're not alone in the fight. The broken, the unspoken, we can't heal if the wound is open. If anyone can see your heart is bleeding, pride is ignoring you are. When the wrong, the pain and lies are kept a secret to gain for their own benefit. Be strong, be brave. You're too far away from the grave. Stand tall. We are here. We don't know the spirit of fear. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. Liberia, Liberia, when will we stop being the inferior? Our vulnerable children, stripped of their innocence. It feels like no one hears to see your heart is bleeding. The cry is ignored when you are ill. When the wrong, the pain and lies are kept a secret to gain for their own benefit. Be strong, be brave. You're too far away from the grave. Stand tall. We are here. We don't know the spirit of fear. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. Liberia, we young girls, don't cry. You're not alone in the fight.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Tuna Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. We woke up this morning on the 17th of November, Wednesday, 2021. We see that the January 6th Committee of the United States Congress is not joking. There are more subpoenas going out. Right now, the January 6th committee has already interviewed over 200 witnesses. They have gone through over 25,000 documents. And we wake up to news that they are sending out more subpoenas. Why? Because we have to get to the bottom of this January 6th incident. We have to get to the bottom of why our society was attacked. Why some people of the United States of America feel that they have the right to stay in power beyond the allotted time frame. Now, this is no third world country. This is the great United States of America. And we have to get to the bottom of all of this. We got to get to the bottom of why Donald Trump and his enablers try to overthrow the government of this great nation. And people got to be punished. Just plain and simple. That's all. Okay? Now, we turn to my country, Liberia. And in the news this morning, or yesterday, there was a lot of holla with this young lady, Miss Sheriff. Let me just refresh my own memory of this case. Excuse me 1 minute. Miss Sheriff Makanvi Sheriff and Abdul Sheriff, her brother, went against one of the Liberian legislators who was on his way to Congress to meeting yesterday at the legislature, hit her car and kept on going. And she got in her car and sped behind him, ran into the Temple Justice yard, ran up to him, started yelling at him, insulting him. He tried to walk away. She grabbed his shirt, started insulting him. So the sheriff arm of the legislature came, arrested her, investigated it, and took her to the police station. They called her back. The legislature had a special section, called her in, heard her case, and charged her with contempt and sentenced her to 15 days imprisonment under the law of Article 44 of the Constitution of Liberia. Now, for the legislature to send somebody to jail for 15 days without the court's intervention, I found that troubling. Because even right here in America, when they issued the subpoena on Steve Bannon, he refused to come. He refused to testify. They didn't go into Congress and have a meeting to charge him with contempt and order his arrest and send the police to arrest him. No. They charged him with the contempt and turned the case over to the justice minister, who pursued the prosecution of the contempt charge. Now, here we are in Liberia. This woman violated the law. The congressman was on his way to court. He sideswiped her car. He kept going. She followed him. She knew he was a representative. She went into the yard. She saw him there. He was on his way to Congress, to session. And she stopped him, insulted him, collared him, choked him, and everything. Hell, they shut everything. And that's the legislature. Nobody said they called the police. The sheriff of arms of the legislature arrested her, handcuffed her, and took her to the police station. Then they brought her back to hear the legislators try her and jail her. When I was reading the newspaper, that sounded funny to me because under the law, I don't think the legislature can jail people. I don't think they have that kind of power. So let's look at this law again. This is not part of my topic, but it came up. I saw it. It bothered me. I read the newspaper earlier. It wasn't talking about them sending her to jail. It just talked about her hitting the car. Then around about 4 or 5 o'clock, today's newspaper came out with a different heading. And that's where I went and read it. And it sounded funny to me. So let's look at this Article 44 because I want to review it again because this was the law they applied to arrest this woman. And to me, my understanding of this law is cannot be used for that. They cannot arrest this woman under this Article 44 of the Constitution. Let's go to Article 44 and see it. Article 44 states that this is from the private front page, Africa. It says that contempt of the legislature shall consist of actions which obstruct the legislative functions or which obstructs or impede members or officers of the legislature in the discharge of their legislative duties and may be punishable by the House concerned by reasonable sanctions after a hearing consistent with due process of law. Now, this portion, I think, is talking to legislators who disrupt the functions of the legislature or are unruly. This does not concern any case between a legislator and a citizen. Article 44 deals with issues within the legislature. If members of the legislature disrupt the processes of the legislature or are unruly, they can sanction that member within the House. Now, they didn't say jail them or arrest them or all, it says sanction. So that is referring to other legislators. Now, the second part of this article states that it goes further to state that no sanctions shall extend beyond the session of the legislature wherein it is imposed. So that further indicates that this law is speaking to legislators. And any sanctions imposed shall conform to the provisions on fundamental rights laid down in the Constitution. Now, where it differs between legislators and this woman. Despite dispute, sorry, dispute between legislators and non-members, which are properly cognizable in the courts, shall not be entertained or heard in the legislature. Now, this is where I differ from what happened to that woman. This woman is not a legislator. She's a non-member. What she did is cognizable in the courts. She assaulted a legislator. She acted unruly to a member of the legislature. That is a matter for the courts. If the legislature finds her with contempt, they turn it over to the justice ministry. Right now, the case is already in the hands of the justice ministry because the woman has assaulted and insulted a member of the Liberian legislature. So for the legislature to go and make a law to jail this woman and thing, that's against the law. The legislature does not have that kind of power. What do they call that kind of law? When the legislature go make a law just to jail a Liberian citizen, that's a special law. That's a special violation of the law. The legislature cannot do that. So this contempt charge against this woman, I think it's supposed to go through the justice ministry. She's supposed to be placed in jail, and the justice ministry supposed to pursue the contempt charge against her. But for the legislature to sit and call this woman and take the power of the executive into their hands, this is a violation of the Constitution of Liberia. So we can look into that. And this brings me to my topics for today. My topics for today are: 1, reclaiming Liberia, a feat for Liberian men, Christian Liberian men and women today. 2, Liberians will continue to fail. 3, when patriotism counts. Let's start with my first topic. Reclaiming Liberia, a feat for Christian men and women. I look at the election today. I look at all our legislators. I look at all of the people in power in Liberia today. We have a grave problem. We have a grave and serious problem. Our country is on the verge of near collapse. Our country is on the verge of near collapse. Why? We have a serious spiritual problem in our country. Liberia is a Christian nation. Of all the nations in Africa, Liberia proclaims to be a Christian nation. And we have been a Christian nation since 1847 to this very day. When we declared our independence, it was based on 2 principles. On that Liberian people believe on the teachings of Jesus Christ, to love our God with all our hearts and all our soul, and to do unto others as we will have them do unto us. And these were the principles our country was founded on. And these were the principles that our country grew on for all these many years. I just tried to correct my name. I misspelled it. These were the principles we grew on these many years. And to see our religious society being changed, to see our Christian society being led astray today by the leaders of the Republic of Liberia is a tragedy. It is a tragedy because as Christians, we know that when we disobey our God, when we fail to live out to our religious tenets and principles and beliefs, we cannot be blessed. Our nation will die. In 1980, for the first time that our nation was founded, we executed our leaders. We spilled the blood of the people that were appointed by us and God to lead us. And we have suffered for it for 40 years. Look at our country today. We're still suffering from what we did in 1980. And we still cannot see that our sufferings are not over. We still cannot see that. We still cannot see that the plight of the Liberian people rests on our morals, our religious teachings, our principles that have guided us these many years. And here we are today. We have warlords calling themselves preachers, reading from the book of the Bible, when these people have killed our people with impunity. They have used drugs and everything to justify their actions in killing our people. Now they are pastors in our churches. We see the president of Liberia, a homosexual, a loose grown-up boy, no morals, no principle, calling himself the preacher in our church. Our Christianity is on the brink of destruction. Destruction of our nation, destruction of our lives, destruction of our children, destruction of our future. Our nation is on the brink of destruction. Jesus Christ cannot bless us as the only pronounced and profound Christian nation on the West African coast and perhaps the whole of Africa. Our country is on the brink of self-destruction. We can't go on like this. God will not bless us. We cannot profess to be Christians and have murderers and criminals and loose vagabonds as our leaders today. And that's not bad because anybody can lead us. But people to go in the church and say that they are religious leader to influence our poor people, our blind people to follow them. And we, the true Christians, know that these people are not Christians. We know that these people are charlatans. We know that these people are evil men claiming to be followers of Jesus Christ. Y'all know Prince Johnson, no Christian. They may go up to Nima County and use a juju and go on his shrine. Then he come in the church and play with the Bible. Look at George Weah. All the killing these people doing, all the ritualistic killing they're accusing them of. They're not saying anything. All our people dying. These people can't complain, can't account for them. We have no laws in our country. They're telling us to use CCTV. And these the people going in the church, using the Bible, putting their hands on the Bible, and telling us that they are teachers and preachers of the word of Jesus Christ. And we know these people are charlatans and witches and wizards and evil people. And we think they will save our country. Maybe the native people from Nema County and all the people believe in that kind of religion. They can follow Prince Johnson, but not us Christians. Not us true Liberian Christians. We cannot follow people that Prince Johnson and George Weah. These people are useless, evil people. They are against the teachings of Jesus Christ. Let the native people follow them. Let the native people from Nema County and all the juju practitioners follow their people. But we who are the Christians of Jesus Christ, we cannot follow evil men like Prince Johnson. We can't follow evil men like George Weah. Not for anything. Not for anything. Just for the mere fact that these people are not Christian men and women. We can't follow them. They can have all the damn power in the world. They can kill everybody to get power. We cannot follow these evil people. They are charlatans and wicked men of the demon that we cannot follow. And they can't be our leaders. All these evil people can't be our leaders. We are a Christian nation of God's people. Yes. None of us perfect. All of us are sinners. But none of us will get in the church, in the pulpit of Jesus Christ, to deceive ourselves and our people to say we are pastors and preachers of the word of God. That is for the native people. Let those native people follow their native leaders. Prince Johnson came to save them. Let them follow that native ass. Let them follow George Weah, that other native ass. But we are Christians. We can't follow those people. They can't lead us. Look at our country. Our country is down to nothing. They can put in Mary Bro, the only woman in Liberia to clean Liberia. Mary Bro, the only clean woman, that old woman there. And that old Ellen Johnson witch, that woman to clean Liberia. Of all the women we got in Liberia, no woman can clean the Liberia but Mary Bro alone. Are you people kidding me? That God got us like this. God will not let us move out of this nastiness and this entrenched dirt we in. Because we got demons and killers in our churches talking about the pastors, preaching to us, and we accepting it. No, this thing not for us, this thing for the native people. Let those native people follow the Prince Johnson and all the other people. We are Christians. We are people of the cross. We don't follow charlatans. We don't follow juju practitioners. We don't follow witchcrafters. Let George Weah and all the native bitches go somewhere with their witchcraft. We are followers of the cross. Enough is fucking enough. We will not be with those people. And for all the Liberian people who truly believe that our country is a Christian nation and deserve better, we can't follow George Weah. Come and follow me. They may lay the foundation for the new Christian Liberia. We can't follow these evil people. These people don't mean us no good. Our country will die because of these evil people. And I can't follow these charlatans like George Weah and Prince Johnson. These people will bring us death and destruction. Our country is already dead. Our country is dead. We got these charlatans in the church talking about our Christian leaders. How can Jesus Christ come to us? We got to rid ourselves of George Weah and the Prince Johnson and all these useless, evil people talking about the leading Liberia. We got to rebel against them. We got to tell them, no, you're not our leaders. Fuck you. You're not our leaders. You people are evil charlatans. You can't come in our church and take over our church and say you're pastors and leaders of Jesus Christ. You can't do that. This is what destroying our country. And every day it bothers me. Now look at the baboons, all of them in our legislature, they don't even know the law. Using Article 44 against a citizen. The legislature sending a citizen in Liberia to jail for 15 days. What did the legislature get that kind of power from? Are they the executive? When our people don't know the law and our lawmakers are idiots and criminals and bastards, our country die. And this is the time for us to rise up against these native idiots and take over our country. We got to face it. These people now are leaders. George Weah, Prince Johnson, all these killers, they're not our leaders. And we cannot continue to condone these people because America giving them money. We cannot condone Prince Johnson and George Weah or our country. And I keep telling you all these things. But if you all want these people, these demons, to continue to lead our country, if you all think that these nasty people like Prince Johnson and Twe and all these heathens can lead our country, we are down for death and destruction. Our country will be destroyed because our spirituality as a nation and people have failed. It's waned. We got all kind of people leading us now. People can deceive us and go in the church and say they are pastors and things just to lead us. And we do it, Prince Johnson. What on Prince Johnson is Christian. Prince Johnson go up country and go do voodoo and juju and all those kind of things. We know that. We can't follow these people. We are Christians. We got to step aside from Prince Johnson. Let the native people from Nimba follow them. Let the Gio and Mano people follow them. For all those people who are Christians, they will not follow Prince Johnson. For all true Christians of Liberia, they will not follow George Weah. We are tired with these evil people leading us. These people cannot come to lead us and stand in the church and say that our Christian leaders too. These people are demons. They're no different than the dogs in the street. They can't lead us. Jesus will not bless us. Look at our country. Nasty. Nasty. It's a typical example of these native people leading us. I'm tired with these native people. I'm tired with this native leadership of my country. I'm tired with these heathens. I'm tired with these heathens leading my country. These native heathens. I'm tired with them. They're not Liberian people. They got Christian Liberians. They got Christian Liberians from every tribe. And these people leading us are heathens. And they can't lead us. And we continue to let them lead us. Our country will die. Let me take a coffee break. Then I'll come on my second trumpet. But Liberia, we got to reclaim our country. We, the Christians of the Republic of Liberia, who know the standards of Jesus Christ for us, who know the teachings of Jesus Christ for us, we got to rise up against George Weah them. These heathens in our government are demons and vagabonds and warlords and killers. They cannot hold our democracy together. We got to get rid of them. These people, we want Christians in our country. We are a Christian nation and Christian people. We cannot have these native demons leading us. We got to step aside and reclaim our country, reclaim our church, reclaim our community, clean up our country. These nasty heathens cannot continue to lead Liberia. The time of the true Christian Liberian people is now. I take a break. I'll be back for my second topic. Liberians continue to fail. Every time I look at my country, I look at Benani Europe, my cousin, who's supposed to be a Christian, who's supposed to raise his children to be Christians. I don't know my cousin no more. Right now, I want jail Benani Europe. I want put General Europe in jail for life. He followed the Juju people. He not kill our people. Did not suppress our people. I hear his name all in this dysfunction of bullshit going on in my country. They're stealing and uselessness for 40 years. I'm just tired with it. And every time I hear his name, I want to jail him so bad. I will put this useless bitch in jail for life. Because it's not right. It's not right. These people come and just rob our country, steal everything our people fight for. And instead of using it to build our country, they're using it to promote themselves and their children to further destroy my country and kill my people. How can we reconcile this country? How can we? It's too blatant. How can we deal with this kind of thing? People just do what they want to do. Anything they want to do. Any way they want to do it. Time and again. And just don't care about my country. The other Liberian people. They don't care. So long as they're better for that's all that matters. I look at all my cousins and these are people I'm supposed to love. I used to love. I don't even know if I love these people. I used to love them. But I see the way they treat my country, the way they're selfish and evil and cliquish. Then they say they're Christians. Then they sit there and watch these baboons, Prince Johnson, and this other baboon, George Weah, say they're Christians running my country. Then they're scared. I ain't scared because the people are not Christians. They can't come in my church and destroy my church for the God that I love and believe in. I ain't scared of these people. I ain't scared of their native asses. And we got to let them know where it is. Because these charlatans cannot kill our people and come and say they're our leaders. Their foreign friends can back them all they want, get them all the money they want. But God will punish all of them because it's wrong. Because it is inherently wrong. It is inherently deceitful and treacherous to my people and my country. And I'm the only one speaking up. So sometimes I got to be mad and speak up like I'm mad because I'm mad. I am. But I guess I'm the only one still believing in Jesus Christ and want to die for him. I guess. So when my family and my people fail us, and we are the people that have held Christianity up in my country for years. We are the people who took Christianity back to Liberia and spread it like Kiri. All of the time, my people. I come and see my country falling backwards in the hands of baboons and monkeys who say they're Christians. I got a problem with that. Mike Zuckerberg and all these people, they're going to control my voice. They can try to stop me from speaking, from saying what I want to say. But it's not about hate. It's about the destruction of my country and my people. They got me pissed off and got me want to talk. So, I'm just saying, let me take a break. I'll come back with my final topic. I got things to do today. For over 40 years now, we have remained divided. We have been a bellicose people, fussing, fighting, insulting each other. Enough is enough. Enough is damn well enough. Our country cause needs defending. Our country's cause needs patriots. Our country's cause needs devoted men and women who are willing and ready to die to ensure that our people rise from mediocrity, that our people rise from this mental subjugation they are in, that our people rise to see the light of truth, progress and advancement and development. We have lost our Christian zeal. We have lost the knowledge of who we are. At that rate, we have lost the knowledge of what we are. What it means to be true men and women of the West African Republic of Liberia, the first Negro Republic, Christian Negro Republic of Africa. We've been blessed. Our God and Savior Jesus Christ did not and has not forsaken us. But we cannot continue on this trend of forsaking our morals, our morality, our Christian teachings and beliefs that have kept us strong these many years. We can't continue on this path as we are. It is a neglection of our Christian duties and principles. Since our war, Since the destruction and killing of our people in 1980, our country has lost its way more than ever before. We're already lost during troubled time. We're just trying to find our way. Now we are lost more than ever before because we are going so back away from our Christian faith and practice and beliefs and tenets. And we need to come back. We cannot profess to be Christians and do unchristian things. We cannot profess to be followers of the tenets of Christianity and allow killers and murderers and ritualistic practitioners to live among us and do what they want to do. We can't. We cannot profess to be Christians and have our nation a stinking, dirty nation of the world. We can't. To be Christians places so much responsibilities on us. Not only for our daily lives, but for humanity, for our country, for all our people. When we say we're Christians, we are held to a higher standard of understanding the truth of life and livelihood. And that what makes Jesus Christ different from all other preachers and prophets. That what makes him so great. That what makes him so simple. He's great, but yet simple. Because his greatness cannot be matched by anybody, and his simplicity reaches to the smallest and poorest people in our nation. And that's our responsibility as Liberians. We must think big, but then realize that for us to grow, we must grow with our people, with the poor, with the homeless, with the powerless. We cannot grow without those people. And we cannot grow without taking care of their spiritual needs as well. And our country's spiritual need is in the trenches. We got to go down and get rid of Prince Johnson, George Weah, and all these useless vagabonds in our churches calling themselves pastors and people of God. We got to put these bastards in jail and flog them and let them know where they belong. They don't belong in our churches. They belong in jail. They are criminals. They are murderers. They are voodoo practitioners. And we must take our country away from those bastards and their native followers and bring our country back the way it is and should be. For too long now, we have treaded in the slum and dirt with the useless people in our nation. Now we got to reclaim our nation from these bastards. We Christians, we got to rise up and take our nation back from these juju practitioners and useless bitches. The time of the Liberian people is now. Rise. Rise. When patriotism counts, we must stand together as a people. We know our country is not right. We know that these charlatans and vagabonds have no place over our country, and they cannot be pastors and ministers in our churches. Well, we know they are criminals and nothing but warlords and murderers and bastards. We must take our country back from these people, flog them, put them in jail, and send them back where they belong. Armed Forces of Liberia, take notice. Aluta! Continua. Have a good day. My class is done.